Hey there and happy Thursday. So I'm hoping that some of you could join me tonight. I didn't give you very much notice, like about 5 minutes. Usually I try and post like a half hour before I'm going to go live just to give you kind of a heads up. But when hubby comes in the house earlier than normal because it rained and says, hey, we're going out for supper, be ready, then it's like, oh, I haven't finished my work for the day. So my work for the day is always so fun. There's Tori, my hostess. And so I'm wrapping up her card demos here with card number 3. And this kind of ties in some things that I've had on my mind and also works for Tori too. So I'm loving this Daisy, Fresh as a Daisy Designer Series paper. When I saw it, I'm like, I just want to put like a little critter or a bug on there. And so with that, then I was able to do that with the paper. And it also reminds me of like this really sweet card that years ago Tori sent me that has a ladybug on it sitting next to this big flower. And I know like everybody says, oh, I just keep all the cards because they're just so special or whatever, but that card like makes my day and I have it in a special place, and Tori probably doesn't even know that, but it's just like bright and red and colorful, and Tori colors like with the best of the best, so that's part of it too. So that's kind of fun that way. And then I'm just going to see if my iPad's caught up so then I can flip around. And then today I was really surprised at how quickly the card came together, which I needed. And I don't ever want my projects to seem like, oh my goodness, I was in a hurry, so I just threw something together for you. But I also want to just kind of do that a little bit, because sometimes how often do we need that card and go, gosh, I hardly have any time to make something. So then this also is a way that, you know, can help inspire you to go, you know what, even if you just have a few minutes, grab something like this. I'm hoping today's layout will inspire you for that too. So let me put down my iPad, and I've made Tori's day, so that's good. And she still has a few hours to enjoy her day that's been made. All right, so there we've got it, Tori Kroger. And I've got an extra pair of wings here that I'm going to talk about after a little bit too. And, oh, I'm so glad that you love it. And Donna's with us too. Wonderful. And Diane, thanks so much for joining in. Okay, so here is the card. And so when I got this Fresh as a Daisy Designer Series paper, I used this like pretty pink last week for my hostess. And you might be going, oh, I can't believe you're using this paper again. Like, don't you have all the new stuff? I don't. As you guys know, Stampin' Up! Has had record days. And so my next box of things should be arriving Saturday, and have another box after that. So I'm kind of limited on brand new supplies, but not disappointed, because as I was going through all of these different options, I kept coming back to like this one. And then this other one here, they're kind of similar. This one has more yellows in it and more greens on that one, but you could almost do the same type of card with both of these. And so I kind of kept going back to these and thinking, oh, it'd be so fun to hide like a little bug in here. And so as I was getting this card ready, and I'm going to point out this wing, set of wings, because what normally happens is I get so into making my card for you guys that I forget like what I had extra or what kind of didn't make the cut, and I always like to try and like put those extra pieces into my spiel so you can kind of see for yourself what I didn't care for, and you might go, oh, but I like that, and that's totally fine too. With that, like you might go, oh yeah, that doesn't work at all. Hi Amy, hi Sharon. Okay, so this is what I really wanted to do, is make it the regular Ladybug in red, like so. And let me think, I think in my garbage, gonna see, no, I must have crumpled it up so tight that you can't even see it. I was gonna have the lettering in red to kind of tie the two together, because I thought, oh, if it's a natural looking ladybug, it'll kind of pop. Well, believe it or not, yeah, thanks Amy, the paper is super cute. My husband goes, you know, the red just doesn't go with it. And, you know, a lot of times I do value his input. A lot of you can say, oh, I'd look at my husband and go, yeah, whatever. But I do value that. So then when I came back with this, I went, oh, I really do like this. This maybe isn't quite the nature look of what a bug looks like, but I garden a lot, and I tell you, I know that there's at least one bug that's like the size of this thing that like sounds like a tornado coming after me every gardening season, and I usually like run for cover. So there's something out there that's that color, but I thought it just looked cute, and I valued his opinion on that too. Hey there, Steph. So that's what I'm going with for my color combination too, and that's crushed curry, in case you're wondering. So where my cute little Hello Ladybug stamp set comes from, you can see like you can make different ladybugs like as stamps. I'm using just the punch today, and I am doing a little bit of add-on too with the wings, and that's going to actually end up in the inside with some dots and such. Almost thought about doing this big flower on the inside in yellow because that would kind of match that too, but it's a nice stamp set, and it's in the annual catalog on page 58. Oh, look what's on the other side, the card that I did yesterday for Tori's party. So, and yesterday, I think when I did do the Sweet Songbirds, I was like, you know what, I think this is going to show up tomorrow. And, you know, lo and behold, it never left my mind. So yes, there it is. So this has the stamp set, and then there is the option to get the coordinating Ladybug Builder Punch, which I would totally suggest to go with that. So very nice coordinating products there. All right, so let me set that aside, and I'm just going to show you my color combination. It's mostly the Fresh as a Daisy Designer Series paper with black and white and throwing in a little crushed curry. So that's how that goes on there today. And I think I'm just going to start building my card base right away. And I'm using basic black, opening up this way, and my next layer is going to be basic white, cut 4 1/4, or excuse me, 4 by 5 1/4, and then the next quarter step down is 3.75 by 5 inches. So I can just go ahead and, oops, put a new roll on here. Sometimes it takes like 2 swipes to get going. I love this new color, that Pebble Path that's on the back side, even though it looks like nothing special, but just like a brush stroke. Still find that so pretty that I was like, ooh, do I want to use that or not? But Tori's going to get the side today. All right, so then I can go ahead, add some adhesive to the back of this, and then we are set to go here. All right, so we've got that, and basically most of the card is done. A lot of times, I'm not sure what I think about white in between as a layer. Like, I think normally I like color added to my card, so, you know, I could have done the crushed curry on that level, but I thought, you know what, the white really makes it pop, and maybe I'm just really ready for spring, and the white just seems a little bit fresher today. So that's not my normal thing, but I thought, oh, that was kind of fun. All right, and then next what I'm going to do is take out the Ladybug Builder Punch and just feed in some basic black cardstock here. Give that a punch, and that body pops right out with the cute little antennas too. How fun is that? And then I'm going to grab some crushed curry, and that's going to just go over here in the other side of the punch to give us some wings. All right, so then what I can do is put my wings. It's a photopolymer stamp set, so then I always like to get out my Stampin' Pierce mat for a good stamped image. These dots, there's 4 different size dots on each side. I'm going to ink those up in my Memento black ink pad, and then just press down, and that's how we get those cute little dots on the wings, like so. And then this can get assembled right to the body just with a couple glue dots. So I'm just going to attach a couple glue dots. I press it right into the glue dot, and I press it right into the glue dot here to have that. And then that's going to go right up around the neck like a little cape. So that's already ready to go. And then the only other thing that I have for stamping is taking out my crushed curry ink pad, and gonna swap that out with my black here. And then how fun is this? You can bug me anytime. And so Tori can send out cards like this. Those that are ordering through her party can do the same. So I'm stamping that on just like this 1/4 inch piece of basic white, and I'm leaving a little edge here, and I'm gonna just trim that too, because I'm going to use this Banner's Pick-a-Punch, and I can go and do it by scissor, but man, I always love pulling out this punch just to give that a nice little banner punch there. And then I'm just going to do the same thing here, just cut off the edge and then feed that in the other side. Okay. And, oh, that looks really kind of crooked, actually. Don't like that. Wonder if my thing isn't, you know what, I'm going to go for a different piece. Every once in a while, that happens. I think it's just a little bit skinnier than what I wanted. And so then it floats around inside the punch. So I'm going to go for round 2. That way you guys know, like, my things don't happen perfectly every time. It's up a little high. Just going to keep working on this thing. There we go. Now it's centered, I think. All right, I'm going to see. This seems to like go in that 1/2 inch tray. See, this is designed for 1/2 inch, 3/4 an inch. And so I feel like this has a tighter fit. So there. Now I feel like that banner is like literally where it should be as far as being in the center, like so. Okay, so I'm just going to feed that in on the other side. Like so. Okay, you can bug me anytime. Now I'm happy with it. Sometimes making mistakes isn't the worst because then you guys know, like, okay, it happens to me too. Hi there, Patty. Thanks for joining in. All right, so now I just have like a 3/4 inch strip of basic black, and then it's just easy for me to just take my adhesive here and then just place that right on top of there and just kind of center it and then kind of go, okay, there's that much on that end. I'm going to give you this much on this end and think, okay, is that straight? Is it even with the other side? And I call that good enough. And then I can just take my card out here and put some dimensionals across the sentiment here. I almost thought about getting out my black dimensionals because I like using those for darker cardstock. But I thought, oh, this shouldn't like go over the edge where it's going to show. That should be pretty easy to line up. So then I'm just going to put that kind of flush with the designer series paper there. And then I'm going to flip over my Ladybug here and put 3 dimensionals to pop this cute little bug up. And that's going to kind of just go up here, kind of close to the greeting, like so. So we've got that. So basically the front of the card is finished, but I did want to add some little accent embellishments. And these iridescent pearls are back. I had loved them so much, used them all up, and I thought, well, I'm not going to order any more at the end of a catalog because I'm going to wait and see what comes out new. But then when I saw that these were returning, I quickly bought 2 more packages right away because I love, like, they're so much like our pearls that we have had in the past, but there's a lot more shimmer shine to them. So when it says iridescent pearls, it definitely has that look to it. I'm just going to take the smaller. There's 2 different sizes on here. I'm just going to take the smaller ones just because this paper's so busy. I just want to add little accents. I'm just going to put like 3 of them here kind of surrounding the bug, like in a little triangle pattern, and hopefully the camera kind of picks that up. It is kind of like a little bit of a jungle to try to find them that way. And then for the inside, you can bug me anytime, can be just a very generic hello card type thing. So for the inside, I'm just going to take out my my Stampin' Pierce mat again, and then from the Hello Ladybug stamp set, they have those 3 flowers together, and so I'm just going to ink those up in my crushed curry like so to put in the corner, and then I'm going to pull back over my Memento Black ink pad. And in that same stamp set, they have like 3 little black dots, so I can just ink that up and then just center those in the middle of these flowers. You could leave it blank too, but then I thought, well, that kind of ties in the look and feel of the outside to the inside of the card, like so. So I'll flip that over and get my adhesive on there and just add that to the inside, and that will complete Tori's card here. So there we have it. You can bug me anytime. Ta-da, like so. There we go. So hope you guys have enjoyed the projects that I have done. Whoops. Oh, okay, well, let's see. Thanks, Amy. Sometimes I push too many buttons or not the right one. It's like, oh, what did I just do instead of flipping my camera around? Thank you so much, Amy. Yeah, it was just fun to sometimes like finish a card and then go, oh, there's the perfect stamp for the inside too. Sometimes that can be a fun surprise, or sometimes you go, there's really nothing that really coordinates the way I want it to. So that all worked out really well. So like I said, I hope you've enjoyed the 3 projects that I've put together for Tori's card, and Tori loves everything about it. Oh, wonderful. Thank you, Tori. And so Tori's going to be closing up her party towards the end of next week. So if you could order even by Wednesday or Thursday, if you're thinking of ordering and using her host code to get her special 3 cards that I've made as a thank you from her and I, just a $25 minimum order will get you the cards that I've made from her party as a thank you. And so that way she'll have time to plan what she wants based on her host rewards and such. So if you could keep that in mind, that's kind of what the schedule looks like for that. And Lois Anderson did just close up her party today. So far, just Tori has the current host code. And I always have like a lingering background one for me for the rest of the month in case my hostesses close out and you still want to use a host code to ensure that you're shopping with me. And then I always send out something fun if all my hostesses parties have closed up too. So that's kind of how that works. So I want to kind of come back next week and if I have time and maybe give you a sneak peek of what I'm going to be making for my swaps for the Norway incentive trip. Sometimes I get them all planned and I'm so behind that I'm working on them on the way to the airport, on the airplane. My goal is to get a little bit ahead of schedule so that doesn't happen. But if I have some ideas, I thought, oh, it'd be fun to just pop on here and show you what I'm up to. So maybe I'll pop in next week. And if I don't, you'll know I'll be rock picking or just in a flurry of other activity like packing. So take care and have a great weekend. Bye-bye.